While work can be an enjoyable and fulfilling experience, there might be occasions where this isn't the case. In this video, we'll look at why you might feel unappreciated and how to resolve this situation. So what does feeling unappreciated at work actually mean? This typically comes from believing that your colleagues or employer doesn't recognize your efforts. In some cases, they might even be unnecessarily critical or disparaging of your work. If you are feeling unappreciated, here are some preventive measures as well as strategies to address the problem. 1. Consider how you feel. Feeling unappreciated is primarily a feeling, but it usually comes from incidents or patterns of behavior. Take some time to think about what your personal expectations are in the workplace. Try to evaluate how justified you feel those expectations were. You may find that you had higher expectations than your team could provide. This doesn't necessarily mean you're unappreciated, but that your team doesn't have the time to show it. Additionally, it's important to reflect on your interactions at work. A singular incident that shows a lack of appreciation may have been a careless comment rather than a deliberate attempt at demotivation. It can also be natural to focus on negative incidents and overlook positive ones. Try to think of gestures or interactions that confirm that you are appreciated. If you're having trouble finding instances of appreciation like this, then your feelings of feeling unappreciated are most likely justified. 2. Observe your colleagues. If your colleagues are consistently receiving recognition for the same work you do, this might indicate a bias. Conversely, if it's rare for anyone in the office to receive praise, then it's likely that you're simply maintaining higher expectations than others. In this case, if you feel that your working environment would benefit from more positive reinforcement, you might consider starting this yourself. Lead by example and observe if others follow your example. 3. Speak to a trusted coworker. If you have a colleague you trust, especially if they have been at the organization longer than you, consider sharing your feelings with them and asking for their opinion. They may have seen this sort of situation before, and who knows, they might even have suggestions for how to address the issue. But if they believe that your feelings aren't justified, consider re-evaluating your expectations. 4. Speak to your employer. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your feelings with a coworker, or if your coworker has confirmed your feelings, it might be a good idea to speak to your employer or manager about the situation. Even if you previously felt that they were among those who didn't appreciate you, it may not have been intentional. Be open about your feelings and explain why you believe you're unappreciated. Your employer or manager may be able to take some direct actions to address this or find ways to influence the organization's culture in a more positive direction. If you stay silent, how would they know that you're feeling underappreciated? 5. Mention your achievements. For instance, if you've completed a task that someone else was waiting for, mention to them that it's been completed without sounding arrogant and ask if they require anything else. You can also take the opportunity to ask for feedback. By doing this, your coworkers are going to become aware of your efforts and may start showing their appreciation more. 6. Practice self-appreciation. Try to reflect on the contributions you've made and how your work has made that of others easier. For instance, if your role involves dealing with customers and clients, you can focus on gaining their appreciation and respect. This can help you find a sense of pride in your work, regardless of whether others share this view. You might also find your work itself can be very gratifying and that you don't necessarily need others to validate your achievements. In the long term, your employer might even realize this and recognize your efforts. 7. Consider your options. If you've tried all these strategies and yet you feel that the situation hasn't improved after some time, and perhaps it may never change, and it's negatively impacting your work and motivation, then maybe it's time to think about other options. It's important for you to feel valued and productive in your career, and staying in a negative working environment where you feel unappreciated is usually neither advisable nor healthy. But please don't be too hasty. Do try out these tips first. You may just start to notice that your manager and colleagues start to appreciate your efforts and contributions more.